can I name every MRT station? So today we're going to find out. So I found an MRT quiz online, and today I took it to see if I really know the MRT system or if I don't. So today we're going to see how this really works. And before we begin, I just want to tell you that since this isn't the sort of content that I usually make, this is new for me. I am not sure how to do this really. Also, I apologize for all the background noises. I am recording this from the living room, so obviously there's going to be some sort of talking in the background. I really apologize for that, but can't help it. Anyway, let's see how I did during the quiz. So this is a recording of the quiz, and let's roll the clip. I wasn't talking during the quiz. Okay, so this bit was easy for me. I can mostly remember all the names here. Okay. Since you don't want to see me just typing for a full 15 minutes, I'm going to skip ahead. Alright. Okay. So I'm going to try to attempt to do all through the LRT stations right now, which is a bit of a problem for me because I can hardly remember them. I mean I know some of them, but none of them. I can never keep them straight. Alright. So let's just watch this bit. Okay, at this point I had a few typographical difficulties, so let's go ahead again. That's when I remembered that I typed that one in already. Okay, at this point I was actually struggling. Alright, you can see that there's the counter up here to see how many stations I got right. Every time someone went correctly, the space gets good. Okay, I wasn't really looking at the screen during most of this. I really don't want to see all the boring parts again, so let's just skip ahead. Alright, so I was in the middle of the quiz, and I was doing quite well. I had 112 of 218 stations, and then I just was lost in thought at that point, I guess. Alright, anyway, since this is boring, I'm going to skip ahead again. Okay, so we got this. Okay, I was going to... I was just attempting this with a point. Alright, so let's skip ahead again. Okay, this is the last 3 minutes. I was almost done with the quiz, but I didn't manage to complete it really. Alright, so this didn't... I'm not sure if it went especially according to plan. Okay, this is the last 2 minutes. So let's skip ahead to around the 1 minute mark and we'll see. Okay, so I was almost done with the quiz at this point. Okay, last minute. Okay, stressed. Okay, I made a typographical error at this point. Let's skip ahead for this. That's why I'm just trying to get all the short names so that I can score as many points as I can. Okay, excuse the beeping. That's the watch sound. Okay, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Okay, at this point I stop answering. I stop looking. Alright, so I finished naming 198 of 218, and those are all the ones that I missed. But honestly, this was made quite earlier because it still said Amber instead of Tanjong Katong. Tenmao Junction was still on the map. They didn't have any intel on Punggol Coast or Hume. So these are all the ones that I couldn't get. Difficulties, sorry. So that's the end, and thanks for watching. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye!